Oh. Hello and welcome back to Songs of Syx. Today we'll be expanding our empire and defending it. Hello and welcome back to Songs of Syx. How is everyone doing today? Hope everyone's doing well. I've just realised I forgot to set up my mini stream so I can see everything. Whoops. How's everyone doing? Look at our city go. I have no idea what part this is, but we've been going for a while. Now, how long will this save go on for? I don't know. All I know is I need to figure out how to set up a backup save, because the part is changing right now, as in the version of the game. And actually, this one is compatible, which is amazing, but they're not always compatible. So we've got to take it when we can. Now, let's have a look at this. Small town, increases the workforce quite significantly. Let's do it. Ooh, affects the region nicely. What can we do? Urbanisation. It's going to lose loyalty, so we need to do something to increase loyalty. That would do it. How much workforce does that leave us with? 5 workforce, 7 admin. Okay. What do we want to produce here? What do we want it to be? We get a lot of vegetables in anyway. Cotton could be good actually. Herbs could be good. We don't really need any opiates at the moment. Those raw resources, I mean, wood's always good, but it's so easy for us to get ourselves. Just didn't think that was worth it. That, increase that, so population, garrison, barracks, walls. Shows how many of these use the less. Uses less workforce. Might as well get that. Saves us a little bit of extra. And then where do we want to put that? We have so many aurochs, there's no point in that. I think cotton. Oh, and we have the space for another. Oh, it's not so we have to use it all. Well, let's go to level 2 cotton. Quite a lot. And we've got 2 cities to be named. Actually, we have 1 city to be named. Promised my friend would name something after him. Now, how did I change the name originally? I've completely forgotten. Ah, there we go. Rustler. There we go. We had someone who joined as a friend of mine, gave a fairly hefty donation the other day, which shocked me, and I told him anytime I'd get a game next where I could name something after him, there it is. So Rustler, there you go. Look at that happy smile. Uh-oh, that's a less happy smile. So I love the fact they look like a pinball machine when they're flying around. So that's not good, really, is it? 4 died immediately, imagine many more will end up. Yeah. Got injuries, which isn't great, but if they can make it back to town, we do have a fully functioning hospital somewhere. There we go. Like the furthest away from the mining industry. We should set up a hospital here. You know what? That might be good planning. Also, we need to set up another living district, or another row of housing. Put the housing first, because if they're going to die, they're going to die, to be honest with you. Nothing we can do will save them. Some longhouses. They're building out of wood, aren't they? Yes, perfect. What a nice little row of them. So how's it everyone's been? So it's been a good week or two since our last part. But I've been making sure to upload some nice stuff, so this has been a... I'll probably be uploading this on the Friday, just because I've already uploaded 2 videos today. But I wouldn't want to overdo it, and I won't be around Friday to stream, potentially, so that will work. Oh, we had 1 person die in a brawl? What? Oh no. But look at this central part of our city. What a hub of movement. The stocks are absolutely filled. Ah yes, we had a load of war captives. I bet we executed them all. Knowing me, we did. Yeah. We can... We'll let the human go, because that gives off the right idea of our fine nation. You're pardoned. Everyone else go down the arena. Thank you. Give our gladiators something to do. Oh, there was another... Yeah, we really need to set up a hospital there, don't we? Probably set it up in the middle. That way we can run to... We're obviously going to use this as a mine at some point. And actually, are we mining into the mountain? Yes, we are. Incredible. Relax, don't they? Yes, we are mining into the mountain, so we have access to other nodes. So obviously we have gemstones here, more gemstones here, and then a nice bit here. I wonder, have we completely sealed these guys off? By the looks of it, yes. So we have Intelligent to worry about. Let's have a little look, and then that's another core, isn't it? Yes, amazing. So we'll make our way through the mountain. Obviously that's clearly already been started on. Then once we have the opportunity, we'll probably set up some mini housing in here. Just get something so that people are okay, get some light in. Make it nice. We'll make this tooth wide as well. We wouldn't want it to be just one. Actually, you know what? We'll leave off upgrading the road. Oh, actually, no, there's stone here. We'll upgrade the road while we're here. How expensive is the road? It's 1 stone each, yeah. We'll produce more than enough while mining this out. Should see housing not be an issue in a moment. Yeah, there we go, we've already started construction. And we now have the ability to make things 2-storied, which is awesome, but it's very expensive, yeah, cut stone. So it's not something we'll be doing on everywhere for a while, but I believe, there we go. And there's some of our 2-storied buildings here. Little staircase. Awesome. Absolutely awesome. Even a thing. So it takes it from, I think, 10 to 14? Yes. 10 to 14 people, which obviously in a city this large where you're getting thousands upon thousands of people, really has an impact. Now there are things we need to start trying to balance out a bit more, which is our alcohol production, our PIVA. Shedek, I'm not too... or Shedder? Yeah, I realise I keep calling it Shedder. Our Shedder, I'm not too worried about, but the PIVA we need to really work on. Bread is clearly going down, so we do need more grain. I mean, how's grain as a whole? We're making enough, but it could be better. Could be better. Don't know what this little abandoned building is. A grand wall, I have no idea. I'm thinking we need another noble. That's what my mind is at. We need more nobles. So, let's build another noble house. And it will be a grand building. As should be for our lords and ladies. Now, where will we build it? I'm thinking finally moving over to our island, but not just yet. We need some preparations in hand in store before. Oh, make the Lord live next to the massage parlour. Where's the other Lord? It's just over here, isn't it? Nice square. Might as well put the other Lord here then. Just trying to think of where the best place is. Actually, here would work. It's in line with the other place, and it fits perfectly there. Which was the entrance? Was the 4 pillars on them? Okay, that is the entrance there. Cool, that works. That's expensive though. How many stone? We can probably request some. Hello. Oh no, which one's ours? At least our affiliate. Okay, the one with 800% of liking us. That would be it. Diplomacy. So we're after a load of cut stone. 67,000. We'll give them 68,000, make them like us a little bit, not exactly by a lot, and that is off, and we'll be inbound. Awesome. Actually, see, we've got loads of things inbound already. So we've got that, we've got fish, we've got vegetables, we have foodstuffs that come in, which is awesome. Obviously, this should, yeah, now that has gone up tenfold from taxes. I mean, look at that. Wow. So let's get a load of weavers going, because that's something we've been very low on as well. Then we can use the weavers to make more clothes, and then, you know, everything compounds. We'll be doing really well. A lot we need to do. We also need to up their storage. They don't have a crazy amount. 240 here in this city of this size. Unacceptable. They need more. We need some more stuff. The rest we'll leave for now. We probably need to just make a larger one. When the cut stones arrives, we'll be able to upgrade a few. The houses are going up, which is awesome. A lot of people met their fate in the arena by the looks of it. That's exactly why we have these pits, as a reminder of what would happen if you mess with the Lord here. The surface is so low, because we've actually maxed out the building. I guess even the people can get bored of casual executions. They need something extra, something more grandeur, more grandiose. We'll find them then. Yeah, that's cool. That looks very cool. And the janitor looks like he's sleeping on the floor. They've got clothes, yes. Okay, they've got clothes on at least, that's something. We set up a janitor on the inside, mine off probably into a double row, that way there can be small torches dotted around. Get stuff done. Now the reason I want to set up this is I want to set up another noble, because the nobles give us very big buffs, so I'm hoping to get a research buff from the other noble. I realise we've got quite a few deranged, they call it in this game, so if we do an asylum we'll actually be able to help them out. So I'm thinking that's what we do next, because, you know, we've got barbers, we've got grooming, which would be good, but other than that, what else do we really need, you know? Libraries, schooling, we'll get there. We'll get there, but if we don't look after our population, I mean that's 12 people, we need help. Let's give them that. City sells though, oh god. That doesn't make me seem like the best person, does it? Okay. Let's make them something. Where do we want to build this? Because this seems to be our sort of medical quarters. We're going to expand this way, we're going to expand this way. Potentially even do housing blocks here. So maybe over here will be the best place, right behind the noble's house. Oh goodness. Sure that wouldn't cause too much of a ruckus. Yeah, that's actually worked out really well. We do a door here, and a door here. Let's get it made. What are we doing on metals now? I don't think we're doing any better. No, we do have metals, but I don't think we're producing a lot. Because, yeah, we're not producing a lot of coal. We're basically on zero. We're losing coal every day, which isn't amazing. Ore's at max production, imagine the coal's, yeah, coal's at max. Don't want to issue overtime, so we need to start going into these other nodes, like here. But it's equally not impossible to do that. So if we mine this chunk out. Yep, that covers everything, and we can turn that into a mining zone. So we get people immediately heading over just because we have the 4 workstation slots here. They go over and deal with that. I think we'll get more people heading over eventually, actually. Sure, people are going around to mine instead of going through, but I guess there's no place for them to do so. They will just go around. Next we've got a coal deposit. That's something. That should hopefully increase our supply. Now, distribution, not distribution. Let's go for logistics, warehouse. We will want a hefty one here. That'll do it. No, it doesn't need to be crazy, it's just one resource they'll be taking in. That will do it. Well, I see all the people are heading over now from the main town. Wow, we have so many unemployed. Odd jobber, odd jobber, odd jobber. But the only people that are going to be heading this way. No one else is actually, no one's actually employed over here. How cool would it be? You head over, there's a speaker giving out their command, so they've got the well, they've got the hearth, they probably need a toilet over here, because there's going to be a lot of people here. That's my plan, but then they head back to their homes still. Naturally a coal mine will be set up here. Guard post is a must anywhere like this, just because where there's no guards, it never ends well. From my experience. Especially we'll want guard posts everywhere with this being our main gem deposit as well. Think of all those gemstones we're going to be mining out, turning into stuff. That'd be incredible. I hope you guys are enjoying this series. I'm not sure exactly how I'll do it, but I'll see if there is an update and this save becomes incompatible with the current one, and we'll see if I can backroll the game so it is working. Because I wouldn't want to lose this, because we've come so far. This is incredible. And hello to Dingbat the cat, always spending time with us. Never leaves us aside. What's this? Royal Chambers ready, incredible. There's a road going here actually, now I think about it. I did kind of cut off that road there, but that's fine. Could have made it one smaller, but whatever. Right, let's appoint another noble. Let's find someone young. 51. If only was human. 8-year-old human oddjobber. That is a young person. 80 stones. 6'7". Jesus Christ, you're getting elevated, my friend. Now, what do we want to make them in charge of? This is... goodness. So that would be good if we had that, but Master of the Mines would be good, because we need that ore boost. So I'm thinking Master of the Mines, but then there's also the industries, but there's nothing actually stopping us from making more. We just need to make more of these houses, so I'm thinking Master of the Mines for now, because that's where we're really low on, and then moving into, say, a Master of the, well, Master of Industry, Master of Refinery, Feasts. There's quite a lot we can do with, but we'll do this for now. Hello, kitty. And our city just continues to grow and grow and grow, which is incredible. There's bones on the floor. Alright, it. Someone's had a munch of some wings and chucked them out the window. I get it, I get it. If there's anything. I mean, we do need more weavers now. I wonder. Oh, yeah. Our cotton is so much. Right, let's get another weaver. The exact same size as the time before. There we go. Ah, that is an issue. Storage. Okay, let's just get the storage in first then. And the auxiliary loom. Never fit in any, would we? Oh well. We shall just make it very efficient then. And then we'll have doors here. Maybe not there actually. And here and here, that will do it. Let's hope there isn't a fire anytime soon, because that will not end well for that building. Oh, I just realised though, this is a major throughway, should I say, for a lot of people. But, yeah, it's what it is. That's why we don't trust fruit orchards. They can keep their cash for a time. I wonder if that increases our opinion numbers quite heavily. 300% should have really taken it, but I think it drops heavily if we don't. If we do take it. Oh no, we're not needing loads of money. I just laugh whenever I hit the fart. I don't think that's ever going to change, to be honest with you. We could... Ooh, grain bonus. Grain farms, that's plus 10. Which is really good. Is there anything else we could do? Eventually we'll get jewellery fairly soon, just because we're going to end up with gemstone, sulfur, and then jewellery obviously once we have those. Gemstone mine isn't great without the gemstones, as they say. Oh, we could increase our coal mine bonus as well actually, now I think about it. Is the hospital finish it? No. That's on the work. I just think it was the only region that had a lot of coal production. I don't think there was. I don't think we had any which were particularly good at coal. No, it's a shame. I say they could send us coal as tribute. Should really do this. There's always accidents here, I can't be put off every single one. Don't need a very large storage because I'll take it straight through. Nice. I'm going to build another set of these closer, larger. Do a few more buildings over here. I mean, where's the other mines? There's the ore mine, there's the gemstone. So we'll probably have one central one pull in both of these. For those, for this storage, will probably be just coal, maybe some other essentials like bread or something. Or we have a toilet nearby. They have like the salesman for their bread stuff, food, maybe a few bits of housing here, but then obviously that comes with all the need of putting everything else there, so there is a balance. Also, if we can look at some of our buildings, so we have shrines, I think, a Fori we've made? Yeah, we made a really large shrine to the Fori here. A great service and gives off exactly what they need. Which is quite cool. Very large religious building, but it's pretty neat. Oh, so we're not sacrificing anyone, so that's good. Ha 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 ha! What is this I see? I wonder if it's actually an upgrade for us to let our people have, I think, ox carts and stuff. Yeah, transports. Heavy wagons tumble down the streets. How cool is that? How cool is that? I mean, the fact that we can get highways, like, what? I think that should be one of the things we look at next. But obviously, all in due time. All in due time. Now, what's up with our law and why is punishments not being doled out? You're in prison, vandalism, theft, a war captive. Sorry to say, things are low. That is execution, I'm afraid. Look at all the food we have. We have so much fish, fruits, vegetables. Very little meat, but we've like some of the biggest ranches, or pastures, should I say, in the entire world by this point. Look at that. I mean, the reality, the sizes of these in the real world would be the size of this entire area. But, it's very cool to have. Aha, oh god. It's not great, is it? Well, they have to have rations to run. Oh, that's interesting, so I need ration production anyway. Oh, I think I turned off my ration production. Did I get rid of it? No, I think I just pulled people out. Got 2 people in there. Let's up the production then if we're going to need it. Let's see. Yeah, we end up with a positive. It's not bad to have rations for a, bad occasion. fish coming in. How's looking good? I mean, look at the conditions that people live in. Think of when they first started, it basically just looked like that. Now, stone floors, they've got carpets, they've got wooden decking in their case. Carpets, no bedding, so that's something we need to work on. Which is why we've made a very thin weaver. With some upgrades. Cotton should be used a bit more of. We'll receive a lot of cotton. We're doing well. I don't want to rely completely. Obviously, in the cotton, I will rely on that in that case, but I don't want to rely on every resource in the case that we're going to be getting a lot from our allies. That is not a great way to live, I don't believe, because if we ever rebel, we're in trouble. Then we have this whole other beautiful side of this amazing river, and then all of this here. We have this arable land here as well. So we do have a lot of arable land. Obviously we can move up the river as well, this bit here. This piece of water here though, salt water. So all of this is barren, you can't use this. Obviously we can ranch here though, if the need be. Greetings, Facilarium. How are you? Hope I said that right. How are you doing today? Not the biggest. We're working on that at the moment. But we're not got a terrible size. 1,000, 1.35 thousand. So what items are you looking to give them access to? Are you looking so much in the housing side of things? If so, can't use them? Okay, so if you click access here, was it? No, sorry, services, this is where you check if they're receiving them. Access is this. So you see how people want certain things? So if I look at my humans, I go to access. You see how there's furniture, there's wood, there's fabric, pottery and jewellery. Now I know we don't produce any jewellery, so I don't give them any. So what I do is I give them wood, because I know I produce enough. Max out wood. I don't produce a crazy amount of furniture. Now it's actually gone up, I can increase a little bit more on that. Pottery I'll try and max out, we don't produce enough. Same with fabric. Now you want to do it race by race. I wouldn't say go to the all screen and start clicking because, I don't need any citizens I don't have any citizens who want fish at the moment. So that's what you'd want to do on that front. And then the way they get those, so you can set that, but the only way they can actually go and buy them is if you have food stores and markets. Markets sell the generic items, obviously food stores give them the food. So that's how you do that. And if you get the chance to upgrade them early on, or get the research, I'd say do it, because they increases their happiness. Did you have any other questions? I get that. Trust me, there's been points where they hated me. The only reason they like me is because if I ever get prisoners, they meet a very swift fate. And they have massage parlours. Vandalism, will pardon one occasionally, that makes them happy. Oh wow, okay, so they were really unhappy. This one will send them to the arena. So we have different punishments for all. 100 rioters though. That is a lot. Well, at least you know now, eh? And what's really cool is when they actually get the items, they will take them back to their homes and do things, which I really love, just as a feature. It's like even this one, they're doing really well. They've even got bedding. I mean, that is a status symbol. Is this someone dead? Oh, someone's just died of old age and they're dropping them off. Nice. Make sure they have plenty of shrines as well. You know what I mean? Admittedly, that's an area where I'm failing, but even here we have stages, they have toilets. It's just making sure they have all the amenities, but also keeping in fair control. Have you had the game for long? And again, I don't want to say this wrong. It's either the Solarian or Thessalarian. I don't know. So forgive me on that one. The Solarian. It's alright. Hey, thank you so much for the follow. Oh, the Solarian. We've been looking, so I've started taking over some empires, and we had a city waiting to be named. So congratulations. We've got the Solarian. Congratulations, that is all of our cities now named. People who follow us. That was awesome. Your city has 855 people, you produce a lot of cotton. You're probably the best city though, I will say, out of everywhere we have, that is doing the best, so that's pretty good. Yeah, and thank you for the follow. So we don't get to customize the other cities. So through research, right at the top of the list, I don't know if you're familiar with the research tree, you'll notice there's Empire. So when you go to, you can't customize any cities like you would here, but say if I go to Arsindor, oh no, that's sorry, if you go to Kropotkin, see how we have different stats? We'll have population, we'll have religious needs, we'll have what they can, the conscripts can be, so if we go to war, how we can recruit, attacks, and their contributions. So essentially, you're basing it off of this, the village system. So once you hit a certain population, you can increase the village. Certain population, increase the village, so on and so forth. That never ends. That's a constant. What you then do is select what you want them to have. So for example here, they're organised, they're happy, they've got good proximity, they've got support, they've got good hygiene. But say if the hygiene was really bad, we could pick out, say, one of the hygiene buildings, like physicians. Different things are needed to keep their settlement happy. But what they can also do for you is they'll pay taxes and they can produce goods. So say for example you have a city that doesn't have any access to say coal, you can make them produce you coal. Rather than using your charcoal. Say it's the exact same for gem mines, but different cities will be better at different things. So, for example, I can actually see I have 2 inbound shipments. So I have one for fish and one for vegetables. So in my main city, if we have a look, we'll notice fish is maxed out, and vegetables there's a good chunk of. So they do produce a lot of resources. So, and you have the loyalty of your subjects to look after, they'll grow in the town. It's very interesting. Now this one I noticed in the Solarian, sorry I said it again, there's a bit of a health issue. So we need to get some more hygiene going, just globally. So we'll get that soon enough. And then once they're ready to expand again, we'll increase the health. But they're not exactly doing badly at the moment. Just to say, did you have any questions about anything, Solarian? Was there anything else you wanted to know? Because I've been playing this for quite a while. I can't say I know everything, that's definitely not the case. But I'm doing okay. We're on year 59, so we're going. I know it's going to seem weird, why am I making this have food? But I want to set this up as a food region later on, have some housing here so people don't have to travel very far. Because this is going to be a huge money pool. Right, so what I'd say is what I learnt from my own war is Mystique didn't like me, so we went to war. We ended up sort of ending with a truce. What you need to do is find a faction, trade with them, and become their friend. Because your army, though strong, if you train them, my army got smashed immediately. So what I ended up doing, let's just say recruit an army. You see mercenaries? This is what you do. This is what you need. Now, obviously, they're not going to be this expensive normally. It's because we're at a higher level, so it shows us more. But 24.9 thousand, still a lot of money, especially early on. But if you sell a load of goods to a faction that like you, they pay you very good for that. Versus if a faction doesn't like you, they pay you crumbs. So, for example, if we were to trade with... Ooh, can we trade with them? Let's see. Resources, let's just say we offer 10 clay. That's 75 gold coins with these guys. Oh, you're doing alright then! You're doing good! So, 84k, you can use a good chunk of that to form up an army. I mean, even if that was for me, you've got a group of 30 Dondorians you could hire. Yeah. Increase that a bit more, you've got more groups, so on and so forth. What you want to do is get those hired and then go to war, because they're what's going to win you the war. Now, what you need to know as well is reputation and how that affects it. So I ended up going to war, but I ended up at war for a long time purely because, for example, here, if you look at the picture Dondorian, fine. But if you look here at Nikulaf, you see how it's one of the... Oh, I need to remember the race name now. Talapis, there we go. The Talapis, turns out if you attack one Talapis, every other faction that's Talapis is going to hate you. And because these guys had connection to water, I ended up going to war with so many different nations. Now, I don't. I only... I'm currently doing humans, Crotonians and Dondorians for now, until I'm in a bit more stable position. Then I'm going to allow the other races because their needs are all very different. Yes. So the only faction I'd allow is Cantors and potentially the Argonash, but I'd want them to have their own area. The Cantors can kind of intermix okay, the rest don't intermix very well. So Garthemes, they like to do their own thing, they live in a hive, they need like humidifiers, they're different. Amevius, they're not very submissive, I'm just having a little... They're very good, I know they're good at doing ranching. They can ranch an animal most people can't do. Theoretically, yes, but everyone would want different things. So what you can do is, I originally set this up to be 2 different quarters. So this was going to be the human dwarf quarter. This was actually going to be the Crotonian quarter. But what I ended up deciding was I can't be bothered to do that. But when you're in this screen, you can actually say who you want the house to go to. So you can click assign, then you see this bar up here, you can actually make them have their own area where they live, and they have to live. No, they won't live anywhere. You can set it so not everyone goes to one place, they only go to one place. So if there's nothing available, they'll go to the houses you assign to them. So that's how you can kind of balance it, then have humidifiers in that area, make it more friendly for them. So certain factions will hate the fact that it's cobblestone roads. Some people will want dirt roads. So it's different factions with different quirks. But you can actually see what's making people happy or sad. So if we go to loyalty properties, or what's it under? There we go. If we hover over, sorry, we can see what a faction wants. So they want more food rations, pardon people occasionally, justice system needs some attention. We get to that, and they'd like access to jewelry. Whereas these guys, because we haven't hired them, not crazily yet. I'd say it can be a thing, it makes people happy. But, for example, I've not done anything with retirement and everyone's max happiness. It's just one of those things where, if I show you here, and show you services, they get enough services, even though I don't have everything, they get a little bit of most things, so they're happy. I think it's occupation, there we go. So retirement would make them happier, but if you were to max out everything else, like look at services, look at access, like population, government, they're a lot happier because they're in those positions of power, so they end up getting through it. If that makes sense. So there's a balance, whereas if you have, say, people who are quite unhappy in your town, you could potentially go down the route of having a higher retirement age, or lower retirement age, should I say, so that they end up being happier with you, but it won't really do much in the scheme of things, truthfully. And though you're probably already aware of this, the biggest piece of advice I can give is always watch your daily food amount, or how much food you have. Oh, we don't really control the food rations like that. So I make sure I have a mix of everything. So the biggest thing I did was, to me, hunters are really good, but they have to run to the edge of the map, I realised. So if you're building near the edge, great. For me here, wasn't amazing. So I ended up making a huge round of pastures. So loads of aurochs. Just loads of aurochs for meat production. Loads of fish, and we're very lucky to have this really nice river running through. So huge amounts of grains, vegetables, just everything we'll need. Tiny little bit of opiate for the hospitals. But we produce a lot of food. Then obviously that ends up being transferred into these beautiful things, the market, sorry, food store vendors. That's where people get their food from. Now, that's not the only place they can get food from, because after a while, you can unlock these beauties, restaurants, where they can receive a nicer meal, but there's no coal right now, so they're not very happy. They're getting raw food, essentially. So that's why we've just created this bad boy. Coal mine, the other end of the map, because it's very much needed. Very much needed. The food rations, you don't... I'm just trying to think, like other resources, you don't really ration those as such. Now, I don't build walls, I meet on the battlefield. So are you familiar with unit training and levels? Because I'll get into that, but I don't want to get too into that if you're already aware. And you can build walls. There's no reason not to. I plan on building walls eventually. I am blessed with this looking of an island, and I love this little island. Someone pointed out to me, Trainer unit's brilliant. I plan on building walls and shutting off this island, making what I call Noble Island, where I move all my nobility here, you know, make it out of the most material, I don't know, it'd be something that's cool. And that's where I'll probably move my throne to as well. I'd say the only thing you should build walls to protect initially, if you need to, is your throne. Your throne is the only thing that really, really matters. Have a look at ours, it's still in a mud shack. You know, not taking too much care of it. That's the only thing you have to worry about. Realistically. Though I did actually build a wall on what I call Alcatraz. Not so much for a riot, but if you get attacked and they get to your throne, it's game over, pretty much. It is game over. Riots, so because my people are happy, I've had riots before, but I've had enough guards that it's been offset. So eventually, once you get leather armor and you get some weapons, you'll be able to make a guard post. Here's a good example of one here. So their efficiency, they just keep people abiding the law, and look at that, it's effective, and I built a few, so it works quite well. And even look at here, you know, you'll always see the little people, you know, who have issues, so we made the asylum to deal with those. And then I think eventually, after a while, they'll be sent back into the normal population. So it's one of those where you want to treat as many people as possible. Now, 80 units is very good. Are you training those 80 units? So for example here, we've got people who are training up to be 100% in their chosen field. So they're really good at combat. So you'll have areas like this, there's training grounds, constantly producing. That's where it's nice having a big population, because you can put more people who won't do anything into that. For example here, we should have quite a chunk of archers, just always in constant training. We can even up that. That's what you ideally want to have. Just a load of people training constantly, just never ending. Get close. A few more people here though. Let's get some odd jobbers. So if you're ever thinking somewhere's not really getting the love it needs a bit more stuff, what you can do, make a workstation. So workstations, that's the person that will come and be near that. And then that will bring an odd jobber to that spot, who will then go and work from there. Yeah, archery is probably the better of the two. So I say if you can get armor and make the hammers heavy armored, and then have the archers to the side pepper in, the archers can absolutely decimate an enemy position. Honestly, they do incredibly well. But then if you have heavy armor and can move it in quickly, though you'll take a few volleys, you'll collide with them and you'll absolutely crush them. But that's sort of how I've led it. I've defeated armies normally about twice the size, 3 times the size, purely because I've had a good amount of heavy troops and then archers. I've always needed to change the images, actually. This has just reminded me, we've never actually changed the images on this. Where is it? There's a good bow looking image. There we go. That'll do it. I just realised we'd never actually changed that over. So we have a hammer unit as well, and then we have some swords. I mean, it's population plus 7. To be fair, we're actually quite late into what we're doing. But we have our own sort of smelting quarters, which is quite behind now, but we've finally got coal again. We had been desperately low for quite a while. The sound of industry. To really up it as well, because we want an excess. We need coal badly. Obviously, I'd say make sure you have janitors everywhere. I mean, the speaker probably isn't getting too busy. But there he is, giving out services. Probably need to upgrade these. Get a few more. Oh, look at my screen. Look at this. I feel the exact same. Yeah, you're always going to produce a lot of booze, and it's always going to be used up immediately. I mean, it looks like I have no booze, but then you look here and realise all of my alcohols actually ended up in a bar, in a tavern. So that, it does actually go places, as they normally have very big reserves inside to be able to take those. So that's something to be aware of, because look at this here, we have a huge brewery here, constantly going. We don't produce enough. We produce a load of pottery though, which is nice. Just wanted to check that. Probably actually build a... You know what, let's build some more alcohol production together here. You just reminded me I kind of need some more. Refining, I believe. No, it's production. Production is a refinery. Brewery, there we go. Make sure I'm on the correct... Yeah, good. Brilliant. Let's build out here. Crazy store. Need some doors. Do a door here, door here, door here. Perfect. And we'll have them using to make Piva, the grain alcohol, because we produce enough grain, as I recall anyway. But then I'd say one thing with making loads of Piva, don't make sure to keep checking you're producing enough bread along the same time, because I notice sometimes you can produce a little too much and run into supply issues. And the bathhouses, when they are up, they are up. People love them. Let's pull up here. Let's got maybe like 4 people working in there. Start pulling coal into the city. So what we're doing there, if you notice we've pulled... Oh! Clay, you say? Oh, I get it. Right, have you made tools yet? Here's a big one. So I've not put tools here just because I've got enough people. I've not hit that point where I need more. But yeah, you're producing tools. Tools, amazing. Make sure they have tools. Clay is just one of those where if you've got the nodes, just get more people on it. Increase efficiency. See how we've upgraded once, just through the tech tree. Just whatever you can get, do it. It's a slow process, but once you get there, it's cool. That's the only advice I really have on that one, really. It's a thing that I wasn't particularly great on beforehand, so I don't want to say, hey, do this. Ooh, we now employ over 100 in our coal mines, and as a result, the combined experience boost and performance boost will continue until 600 employees. Nice! We had the exact same thing happen with our all rock pastures, which is awesome. Oh, here's one thing I learned from the game I never knew beforehand. Do you know about titles? Titles are things you earn through the game, just by doing things. Turns out, and this is my fault, when I went to make this playthrough, I should have activated the artisan, because if I had activated that, you actually get a boost to what you do, which I think is really cool. So caretaker, population once we hit 5k, be able to do that. Entertainer, I mean the first of their name we've nearly hit, 1,500. Oh yeah, of course. But I didn't even know I had artisan just from one other playthrough. I regret it. Aha! Decline. So how many troops? Small force. Decline. Let's have some fighting. So I'll show you why you don't need walls with this. Now obviously have walls and gateways if you feel the need. Aesthetically especially, I think it would look very cool. You don't particularly need them. Now later on you might do, because eventually you will get attacked by stronger and stronger people. That's why in this tech tree, you know, there's stronger walls, there's artillery, which is crazy. You can really harm some people. And it's your first run, Solarian. How long have you had the game for? Okay, nice. Okay, I get that. I get that. Very much so. I mean, I've never upgraded the rotor. Let's do that. I still think I've still got mud shacks in our town. Just never got around to upgrading them really. We got some lovely lavatories. Literally, it'll look like they run into each other, but they don't. So it's one of those, I think they slow down a little bit. But I've never, I don't know, I've always thought it easier to just do one-sided rows. That's me. Obviously you can make them larger and it will make your town more efficient when they don't run into each other everywhere. And I think it just looks nicer, right? It's just, yeah, I think to each their own that one. But 2 is definitely the way you should do it, at least. Now we should get attacked any minute now. Actually, always do a little save before any potential attack. Let's look at this Weaver producing away, doing great. Look at that, we're on the up. Our fabric, which means that we can look at our population and go, oh, your access? They're achieving it. I don't use a lot of water canals because so, I'll show you. I did, to power up our initial bathhouses. But then I decided, wait a minute, can't I just build a bathhouse next to the water? And that works fine as well. So it's up to you really. I'd say the canals come really good if you don't have water nearby and you need to pump it over. But because you need a water pump, a bit more into it, it's not crazy needed, to be honest with you. It depends if you have a good water source or not. If you don't have a lot of water sources, you can spread it out to be more here. So for example, I could take one here, for example, corner here, have it pumping out to here and it will actually fertilise the land. So make it a bit more arable because this is salt water here. So it's just awful. If I go to here maybe, yeah, then it's sort of in that even ground, has base facility, you know, get some water here, it'll do way better. They're the interesting little bits I tend to find about this game. Stone production, stone cutters. We do need more stone cutters actually. Right, where is this attack? So I definitely rejected it, didn't I? Hope I did. Otherwise, there might be a slight issue. Did I? I want to just check my tech as well, make sure I've got the clothing I want. There we go. That's what I wanted. Oh, to be fair though, we've just completely increased our what we need. Oh no, we just leather for clothing, yes. So if I go to a tailor's, oh goodness, they're somewhere around here. They are, so they'll be up here somewhere. Weaver, carpenter, bowyer. Oh goodness, this is the one thing. Tailor, there we go. So, we can change the recipe. We can say, hey, I want you to do this instead. Now they'll use the fabric. Obviously they'll use a good chunk of it. But now they'll produce even more clothes than what they were. So hopefully we can start offsetting this. Aha! So we can either wait, we can ignore this and they'll eventually arrive at the city. Or we can attack them, which is what I like to do. It says they have a small unit, so I don't imagine they have a lot. Now, if they're large, I might even pay them off, or I'll say, hey, no, go away. But you've got to be careful, because if you get attacked, you could be in trouble. Now, yeah, they have a very small force. We have a big opening between us. So I'm probably going to pull our troops to the front of the forest. Have the archers on fire at will. And with a very... oh no, they've increased! There used to only be 3 Dondorians in this squad. But they're all fairly heavily armoured, ready to go. So compared to theirs, not crazy. Let's fight. Oh, I meant to put them into a bit more of a tight formation. And our archers are set to fire at will. So they should, any second now, they've started volleying. I wonder who they started volleying. I know they'll have archers as well, so I might just tell them, hey, to start peppering those. Oh, all their blue blood. Lizard guys, right? Yeah. Can we see how there's physically, like, differences on the skin, how they've got tails? It's very cool. Dondorians, their beards are peeking through. There are guys defending, and eventually we'll take them out of that to follow up. Tell the guys, hey, break your formation, let's attack them. See all those arrows going in, they absolutely decimate. That's why you want a well-trained archer unit like you have now. They absolutely put in work. I'll just leave them there, they'll just fire at will at whoever they need to. A few of them are taking hits, but we'll be fine. So our unit is in combat here. I think we've routed them by this point. We're about to. We have taken some losses, but it's fine, it's what we expect. And they've broken. Amazing. So, our blood does litter the field, but their blood litters it more. Obviously, we will have losses, we will have war captives. I don't take slaves, personally, so I normally execute them immediately. So we've killed them, and this is probably one of your best early game ways to get plate armor. Honestly, that's what I thought. I didn't have a load of weapons, and then all of a sudden I did because I was fighting off these bandits. Now, can go awry, and then you lose the game. So definitely be careful with that. Sometimes it is just better to just pay them off. Now, I know our prisons are about to be filled up, so this one I'm going to say send them to the arena. For this prison, oh, it's not even got them in yet. For this prison, I'll say just execute them. Then anyone who ended up in this prison afterwards because it was emptied, ooh, they're all killed in the arena. Perfect, which seems very cruel, but it's what it is. I do not take slaves. The entire thing is I want to be the slave breaker. There will be no slaves, but that doesn't mean I don't have punishment. There are balances, so you don't want to over-punish a population either. At times, so we've got a war captive, so they're like, okay, you can die. If it's, say, a vandalist or a, you know, foyer, you have to be a bit more careful on that front. You can prosecute racers as well, but that's a whole different thing. Are you familiar with how armies on the map work, by the way? Because they're different to how a mercenary army would work. Or should I say, are you familiar with how the supply lines work? Ah, you see, you don't necessarily need a court if you look at our mass graves. You can send them straight down if you wish to. Now, will people be happier? Yes. Yes. But you don't have to. If you don't want to, you don't have to. It's just it increases the happiness through the process. It's like, okay, this person was definitely guilty. You've got them. But it's not a must, if you will. The cult's actually very expensive in the research tree, I believe. 2,000? Yeah, 2,500. It's quite a lot. Actually, I want to increase our research. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to build another noble house. Build another quarter, but I need resources for that. Actually, I notice our grain is actually going down. I need to up that. Build a home, go for chamber. Build another one here. Be next door to each other. That's fine to me. Then I'll elevate a second person into nobility. There's our master of the mind. What are they saying? Oh, we're going to see the other stuff. That's cool. So we can actually send some of the nobility into sort of the head of the admin, and then they'll lead that. Someone is. Oh, look outside. Oh, someone's coming to swear fealty, and they've got very low hunger. There's actually just a natural path that was in the game. Will I end up destroying it? Probably. But for now, because it's not really in the way of anything. Oh, biggest advice I can give you, if you start making children, you notice they get mauled a lot. Just wherever they're getting mauled from, if it's a natural, like, auroch pasture like this, build a giant wooden fence around it. Then they'll never get mauled again. Because I've wiped them out 10, 20 times, nothing, they will always come back. But if you build a pen, and they don't die, they're just stuck in there then. That's that. They can no longer hurt your people, which is awesome. Actually, let me head to the map now. So this faction likes us more than others because we made them like a vassal. We did something to them earlier on. So we want loads of... You see, they will come back, as I'm aware. That's as far as I'm aware. They might not, I'm not sure, but as far as I'm aware, they do come back. So we need to okay for that, and that'll be on its way soon. To ours. Or if you built over them, maybe that'll stop them coming close. I know when you're near people, they kind of go away, but then you'll have kids go up to them. I had so many like kids that were getting annihilated by these creatures. I was like, no! Our population! No, trust me, we got anyone in there? No. Cool. Also, here's a thing I've learned. If you have a prison, and it says, hey, we need 4 or 5 people, make sure there are the exact amount of people they need, because, trust me, you leave it one person less, thinking, oh, one person could job, they won't. They will not do it. And they will break out. 100% of the time it's happened to me now, and I've left it one down. That's my mistake. I'd say, if you don't have big rivers, by the way, because obviously our town's next to a giant river, you can actually use those water pumps we were talking about earlier. The canals. Oh, I realised I'm off. So you can use the canals, funnel them in, because canals can actually go underneath roads. They can't, I don't believe they can go underneath houses. They can go underneath roads. Then you run it along to where you're happy, and then you can actually build a pool, say, in the middle, and then, you know, your people can jump in there instead of having to run to the end every time. So there's little things to be aware of, but because we're so close to the water, I don't really feel the need to do that, but it is something you can do. Which is really curious now. Can I run a canal perpendicular to the road? You can actually run a canal directly to the road, which is really interesting. Just directly underneath and people will walk over. We've got people loving our bathhouses. Now that they've got coal again, they're going to be very happy. And how's our production over here? That's built, isn't it? Oh no, it's not even built yet. That's why. My biggest issue for me as a city is probably metal, to be honest. That's the one where we're pretty lacking on. Catch. Loads of extra fish, nice. still love the fact, see how we've suddenly increased our fabric supply? Now loads of people have been able to get more fabrics from the markets which might not have been available, and now they've got actual bedding. Oh, someone's having a go at it at the toilet. We've got loads of cotton, but we've received so much in tribute. I might even close down our cotton farms, there's basically no need for them. Well, I guess we do need more weavers. Actually, I know we're going to need more grain when we upgrade, so we might as well just start production of another grain farm now. Obviously, look how much grain has been left out while we were up, because we just don't have the space for it, so we need another storage over here by the looks of it. Grain farm, let's make a nice large one just here. Storage just here as well. I meant to ask, and forgive me for this, I didn't ask earlier, what's your thoughts on the game? Are you enjoying it so far? I know you said you just got into it, but are you enjoying it? Do you think it's good? I hope so. You sometimes see with games like this, you either love it or you hate it. Yes, very good sort of game for that category, isn't it? Because I love seeing it grow from, you know, fairly, I mean, it's 10 people into these large towns and cities. It's just incredible. I mean, look at all the fruit being produced by this little orchid. It's crazy. Now, I don't trust orchids. I don't like them that much. Just because they can go awry and then they all rot and then suddenly you've got no fruit production. So I like a little one, but they're not for me, personally. Not even this I can turn into a big farm. It's awesome. Or turn into a series of home, make it guard barracks. The guard barracks on the water ready to respond to either side. Because the plan is, max out this side as well. Because I want production and housing here, production and housing here. You know what? Mushrooms is one I've always felt is really lackluster, just because they're so slow. So I know we produce mushrooms somewhere here, forgive me, I can't tell you exactly where, I can't remember, but it's just never good. Like, I'll actually produce another, but you can grow them anywhere, I guess that's the advantage, but they've never grown very well for me, personally. It's like, I don't avoid them, but I don't really look to them when I'm looking at food. Though we are actually about to gain an well, go into a cave, so potentially that will change my opinion, but I don't really use mushrooms very often, honestly. Oh, we did have one here, though. We did produce some at some point. I don't know if we do any more, though. Not by the looks of it. Do space mushrooms, though. I should have a load of space mushrooms, wow. Maybe I'll produce some here, then. You're making me think of mushrooms. GP game wanted me to switch my thing over. Let's produce some mushrooms. Mushroom farm. Now, you notice this one's got a house around it, because the mushrooms have to be built indoors or underground, depending on where you have them. So let's build us a huge shroom farm. That'll do it. We don't produce much. Now, the issue is we don't actually have any mushrooms here. And as you're probably aware, if you don't have it, you can't grow it. So what I'm going to do is look again to a friendly town. Let's just say Kropotkin in this case. Oh no, we own them, so we can't trade with them like that. Yep, that's it. They just love using it to swim. Let's go to Misty's and we'll say, hey, we need mushrooms. So that'll be, I think, towards the top. Yep. So we need 25. Wow, they charge a lot for mushrooms. Wow. We'll just take 100. I have a feeling we're immediately going to leap on that. Actually, we'll take like 400 because they're going to immediately leap on it because we haven't had it before. And we'll offer them 24,000 for that. Leaves them happy, leaves us happy. You can make it be you can make it precise exactly on the number, but You don't have to, you don't have to. And they do love a good pond to swim in, eh? Actually, what I needed to check was the other noble house finished? Yes, so we can raise another person. So, what I'd say is if you're ever looking at raising someone to be a lord, because they won't just naturally be a lord, you have to raise them to be, look for someone young, and I mean really young. So, human plebeian, cotton farmer, perfect. 7 years old, because they live the longest. So I want to elevate them. I want them to be a university headmaster. University headmaster is master of education, libraries and bookbinding. They will boost the effectiveness of all libraries and paper makers, but they also boost the effectiveness of the laboratories by 10 points. 0.10. So I'm just going to double check, make sure that's the best thing. So you can have masters of industry, you can have masters of other things, but for us right now, we need to research. So I think headmaster, that headmaster, and then we should see, once they start visiting, this will start to boom. We've got 3 nobility in our town now, which is awesome. We have to have a good group of peasants manning the buildings as well. And look at this, see this coming in? This will be our tribute coming in from our town. I've not actually had the chance to see it coming in before, but that's awesome. They're coming on those carriages, they're being hauled away. That's probably the janitor keeping up, yeah. That's exactly it. So the only reason I know 100% it's the one being crawled in is because I can't click them. They'll come in, they'll drop off, and they will go nonetheless. They will be on their way, which is awesome. No, I get you, I get that. So now they no longer live on the floor, so the only thing I don't provide mine, just to get an idea on style, is the only thing I don't provide is jewellery. I just don't have it, and they're kind of low on pottery. They do need more, but we do produce it. I don't know why they don't take it, but must have that, I guess. I've noticed that alcohol started to jump, so is it built? It is built nice, and we can actually upgrade it the first tier, so we might as well. Now, our grain I worry about, but that's why we've just built all of this, so we can expand that production. I'd say the biggest thing that will catch people out is whenever you build an expansion, make sure there's a janitor, a hearth, and a well. Hearths and wells more often, just because janitors you can space out a bit more, but hearths and wells, huge, because if someone's running back and they get back... Oh, the perfect Crotonian house. I think we've got a few examples here, so this is a great example. Wait, I'll show you the best human house. So this is the human's ideal home. Well, they like more nature. So when I built the Crotonian quarter initially, I started up here, so I made the roads out of, say, cobblestone, because they like that. They don't like, and they like dirt roads, but they didn't like the paved roads. But obviously once I decided to turn this into everyone being everyone, they're happy with that. This is what their houses look like. It's cobblestone, hay, very happy lives they live. They probably get fed in some little bits, you know, but they're happy with that. What you want per se is, well, let's have a little look at them. Let's hover over. More tree monuments, more indoctrination. Okay. So, they want tree monuments. Okay. So what we'd do, we'd go over to decorations. Tree. Then you can increase size or reduce size. And just like other things, it has an area of effect. So I can say, hey, I want this tree monument to be, like, if I could, I'd build it here. I've got a tree monument here. Perfect. It's a weird one. I don't know how it works. It's on the water. But loads of people have to walk past this every day. They do want more brainwashing now. I don't think we can brainwash anyone yet. But this is a cool one. Give you an idea of the effects of this. There's the tree. So this tree now, whenever someone walks past here, they get hit by the buff from the tree. So they get hit by harmony, which is what they want. Anything that boosts harmony, they want. So that's where it's quite cool. Whereas with humans really don't care that much, they're just impressed anyway. But it's interesting how little things can have a big impact on these factions. It's very interesting. Obviously I love the where's the dwarven houses. And we've got loads in Central. In Central. The Dwarven houses, there we go, they just like it rock. And that is it. Maybe, I think they do take that in, to be fair, but they like theirs with rocks. Good old stone mattress to align the spine. Oh, we've got a criminal. Let's see, the vandalism. We like to let people go occasionally, just because it makes people happy. Just being a tyrant that slays everyone does upset people. They're really working on this, but slow, very slow. Ah, you see this? There's our fruit supplier coming in and topping up everything. That can take fruit. So even though we don't have fruit here, we have fruit here now. So it's very interesting. Actually, I really want to prep this area to have some housing. And a bit more sustainability for our people over here, because they have to run back for everything otherwise. So let's do distribution. Got a little food store here. How big's the big size? Okay, so just got it. I can do so if I've accidentally done it the wrong size. Oh, forget it needs to be a little bit larger. There we go. I believe we can shrink it by one at the bottom. Yeah, we wasn't even one above for some reason. So that's the stall. Nice size. Build that. So that's food stall. Let's get the market in as well. That the same way. So they will go and fetch things from the local sort of productions and go and distribute those. Now for us, I don't expect them to do anything at all. Like at all, because they're not there for that. But what I can do is sort of just use these to produce stuff, at least bring things here and see if people will eat. It's more of an experiment. See if people will head home or if they'll do stuff. Now, everyone does go home every now and then, but not, obviously not every day, otherwise it'd be chaotic. What we do want is then more production, more buildings. We just want to get everything in place so that we can just throw a few houses down and everyone will be happy-ish. Because there'll be food, there'll be... what else do we need? There'll be hearths, there'll be water, guards, food. Again, that's the biggest one. What do we need? Don't need toilets. Might as well get a toilet. So toilets are one of the big ones early on. People, they need them toilets. Oh, they need them toilets. Let's get that built as well. Hello, little kitty cat. Oh, she's behind my screen. No, no, no. Enough of that. She knows it's near the end of my holiday. So I've been able to play and stream a lot more recently just because I'm on holiday from work, but go back on Sunday, which is a weird day to go back, I know, but that's just it, really. And just say, if you're interested in what you've been seeing Solarian and just want an idea of how we've got to this point, any other things, it has been a full series. Every VOD I do, or every stream I do, I upload to YouTube afterwards, so this is all on YouTube. Really? Wow. Admittedly, that is normally the case in most industries, but I'm in very much retail. So I do get why I have to work Sundays, but it's always annoying to go back on a Sunday. Such a short day and you're like, but it's a late start in comparison to other days, so you can't complain too much. It'd be nice to go back as well. I'm missing it. So my industry, I'm actually a jeweler in real life, so if I'm not there I can't make any money. Don't mind getting back in there. Now they are using services, so the fact that they're using services makes me think 100% they're actually using these instead of running all the way back, which is awesome. Now we've upgraded the amount of people that can work here purely because we want people to be able to run and go get resources from afar because they're not that close by a lot of this. That's why they have a lot of high load. You have people run into the main town. Oh, I wish we sold the Rings of Power. I mean, I would love it. That'd be awesome. I wouldn't be working there if I could sell Rings of Power now. I'd feel powerful. Going around Sauron and the boys. Have a few dragons in there. Oh, it'd be awesome. Be absolutely awesome, but sadly we do not. But we do have wedding rings and that stuff. You technically get them engraved, I imagine. I don't think they'd be too happy to do all the Tolkien engravings. Funny enough you mentioned Rings of Power, because the other series we've been playing a lot of, oh, let's have the caption edition this time. The other series we've been playing a lot of, that's actually been doing really well on YouTube, is Return Tomorrow. Actually, it's been doing really well on Twitch as well. But I like to mix it up and have plenty of games going at the same time. That way, if you don't enjoy one thing, there'll be something for you. Tiny little spider next to my head. I was like, what is moving next to my face? Little spider, that's what that is. Ah, that's not harming nobody. Unless it leaps on me, my cat needs to stand vigilant and defend me. Oh, she's playing with her tail. I stand no chance. For anyone who's joining the stream, how are you doing today? Welcome, welcome. Oh, I mean, we've got a lot of people. I guess technically, our Feenies are probably the closest. Technically the closest to spider people. But, no thank you. And that should be ready soon. We've got loads of people just coming to and fro, because we've got so many unemployed that are just coming over, just doing odd jobs. They actually, if you have too many unemployed, they'll actually complain about it as well, so you gotta, there's a balance. Use this, all the real jobs are taken out, and contributing, more exposure to noise, more indoctrination. They want that justice system improved. I've noticed our research has started to jump up. That will be purely because we have the other stuff for it, the noble getting in there. Could do schools. Education work, indoctrinate them to be loyal through the time, through tough times. I really need that. School could be interesting. We've never done a school before. We're doing a school? So we are producing paper now, I believe. Let me double check we're producing enough, because we have admin. Ooh, our furniture's gone down massively. And we have some carpentry places around, so we can get the upgrades. What's refined carpentry? What are you? You're 400, okay, we'll get to 400 quite easily. Let's see, because I've never done that before. Just pop them in. There's a school, awesome. Let's get a school going. Where do we want the school to be? Most of our children are also brought up down here. And that's way too big. Let's do it like that. There we go. The reason I'm placing the carpets is because it increases the efficiency. And a shelf. 2 shelves. Okay, the shelves can just be next to each other. Okay, awesome. Door here. Look at the school. School next to the asylum. Ah, yes. How much paper do we produce? We might need to, yeah, we're going to need to increase the amount of paper we produce. Where did I produce paper? Ooh. Ooh. There will be a place. That place I have forgotten. Going to be somewhere near the wood. Near the wood, 100%. Paper maker, I knew it. So, sorry, we produce all of our wood here. Increase that a little bit as well. We produce a good amount. Let's set up. Hey Cosmorder, it is an awesome game, isn't it? What is it you like about it? A little bit too big. This, there we go. Ooh, we're quite deep into this one, admittedly. Probably looking at 10 plus streams by this point, I'd say. Quite far into it. This is our, I say our personal best run, though people obviously do much better than us. We're still quite new to this. We're 60 years in, that's not bad. I love the fact that we've got other places though. I want to see, are they actually gaining population? No. Why is that? I bet if we took away loads of these we might be able to increase the urbanization. But we'll see in the future, we'll see. Now I know through research as well we can get more research to do better by running these places. So it's making large towns, that's health, there's a lot more to it. Hey, thank you so much. And just look at this city. This is what I love. This is what Solarian you look for. That's all good. It is a cool world map. All different species and factions. Some of them hate us and we've never met them. Some are at war, some are constantly kind of going at each other. It's very interesting. So this one I think we took over and then we gave them back. Or at least we like relinquished it to another lord. This one we just attacked, so though they don't hate us like some others, they're very low on their opinion in comparison. but this one we looted, and we got so many resources when we looted it, it bumped us up money-wise hugely, whereas Keltez, I'm not really sure how to pronounce that, that wasn't quite as luxurious. That was just claim it, and then we gave it back instantaneously, but it made a faction which was really loyal to us, so there's different ways of doing that. I'd say if you're looting a load of places, you want to loot some, but then if you're going to take it over, take it over. The reason I didn't take it over is when I looked at the map and realised, okay, these are the last two factions which hate me. If I defeat them, I'll then have all of these guys which hate me too, and it's never going to end. Like, it'll just be continual war, endless. No, that's not necessarily a bad thing. I just wanted something a bit more sustainable, and this is sustainable. This is what I need for now. We're a good-sized empire, so you're going to have to think twice before attacking a place which has sort of 5 cities. So yeah, it's pretty neat. And we have a nice large pot of money to invest in. Yeah, that's the hope. That is the hope. Who knows if the strategy will work out though. All in theory so far. But I hope you're enjoying it alongside. Do I have all the resources to build that? Yes. We need more furniture as well. So many little things I'm realising now. Okay, we should probably get another carpenter up here. Probably get another storage as well actually. That'll do quite well. Ah! It's dawned on me, we never actually assigned the storage. Can't even work in here. Hey, nice! That's awesome! That was actually really cool. I couldn't even imagine doing it at 435 pop. Wow! I think we were 500 pop before we even able to win a fight. That is awesome, Cosmorda. If you have any questions on anything, please let me know. It's what me and Solarian have been going over. A lot of little intricate details. Now, I think Solarian's not really asked for me to go over many of them, but I'm offering my info. It's out there in the world. No, good job. And just to say off run-wise, though this I feel is my best run, back when the game first launched years ago, I technically had a population of I think 2,500 in a city, but the game was nothing like this. It was much smaller, much less efficient. Yeah, the mercenaries are the best. That's why now my army is just for defense against raiders. Like, I just send mercenaries and they just put in work. I mean, we have 5 mil. We go to that map. We can hire pretty much every mercenary on the map. Yeah, there's so many, we can hire a majority of these with no issue. Actually, I think we'd technically hire all of them. Yeah, we'd have an actual legion. Yeah, don't get me wrong, it's not cheap. But if we were looking to raise somewhere, yeah, that's where it gets really cool, and you'll just have these huge armies. And props to the developer, it's cool when you have an army of that size and they're clashing. Now, we haven't really had too much of that. I know a few episodes ago when we started, well, a few parts ago on the series when we actually took over all of these places, then that was cool. That was cool. Like, it was intense, but it was awesome at the same time. Fabric. The alcohol's gone up massively actually, I just realised. Nice. That's good. Bread's gone up. Grain's gone up. It's all having a nice knock-on effect, which is awesome. And again, for anyone who's joined us, I hope you're all having a good time. It's dawned on me, forgive me, I haven't done my plug of the day, so if anyone's watching this on YouTube later on, if you're enjoying the stream now, a follow or a subscribe on YouTube is massively appreciated as we're a small channel. Yeah, there we go. Sorry, I'm really bad at the plugs. I meant to do them every hour and I just looked up and saw an hour and 40 and I'm like, whoops. I meant to do that ages ago. So if you're enjoying Cosmorder, a follow goes a really long way. Wink. Really? Wow. Well, that is a privilege. Welcome to the stream. I hope you're enjoying it. Let's try and make a... I don't know, there's somewhere a bit more relaxing, really. No issue, just... Yes! Got YouTube in the bio. It's got the full series of this, what we're playing now. Actually, it's got every other series I play as well, but it'll have every single Songs of Syx part on there. If you subscribe in any way, it will pop up on here. So I don't know why. I forgot. I need to change that. But it's nice as well to have it. And we just hit 100 subscribers the other day, which was amazing. I was so happy when that happened. It's awesome. We need some furniture. We need some metal ones. I don't know. I care with metal. I'm just not producing them well. Let's get in some. Yeah, no worries at all. Hopefully I'll see you again, Cosmorder. Yeah, catch you around for the streams. More than welcome to hop in, enjoy it. Get some furniture and get some metal just to bump up the industry a little bit. Actually, we don't really need metal. Leave it at that for now. We'll give them 31,000 as a thank you. Hey, thank you so much, Cosmorder. You have an absolutely amazing day, and hopefully we'll catch you again. And I don't know if you're still around, Slarian, but what's your thoughts on everything so far? How's your game going? Hey, see you. Bye now. Going along very slow in comparison to what I thought it would be, but it is going something. I guess it's because it's so thin, only one person can fit at a time, right? There's not really much you can do on that front. But we've got this one. I think I could actually move people here. That's what I genuinely think. I think I can move people here and they'll be fine. Upgraded again to the highest tier. Oh my goodness, these are... Ooh. An impressive force. Ooh. That could be troublesome. I've never seen it described as an impressive force before, which really worries me. Far off land, our mission spread joy and peace to the whole world of Syx. And they want a lot of stuff as well, so I don't really want to have to pay that. We have one day to decide. Impressive force. Again, never seen it described as an impressive force before. Decline the offer. No, I don't think I can bring in an army into our city. decides to recruit one. We'll look, see if we can. So we recruit an army, say let's just get some cheap mercenaries to try this with. Get the Dondorians. We say, hey Dondorians. Recruit. Have your city troops join this army? No, we want the opposite. We want them to station in the city. The army's moving, and it's going to enter Arsendal. Let's see, I wonder if they're going to be around now for the fighting. If I then go to here, look at armies, they're not on the list. They're not on that list. Not sure exactly how I'd get more people on there. I have a feeling we're about to get smashed, because when it says big army, I'm like, uh-oh. That normally is a sign of a very big army. Banner, that's not an issue. Don't want to disband. So we can't give them any war machines. Not sure if we can get the army to enter the city. There's only one way to find out. Just say, if you haven't seen it, there's a hidden speed, so you have 1 to pause, 2, 3, 4, and then if you tap 4 again, it actually goes into hyperdrive. Which is quite neat. Oh, from colleagues. Oh, yeah, sure. Okay, that's a great deal. Peace. I'm guaranteed peace by that. I'm worried there's going to be a lot of these. Let's create a second unit. And we'll call these the sacrificial lambs. We'll just make that unit of maybe like 100 soldiers, because we, if we lose 100 people, it's not going to be devastating for us. We'll give them leather armor, and we'll give. Ooh, we don't really have any weapons. Give them hammers. Not great. I just don't want it to take away from our main army, to be honest. Oh, we don't have a huge nursery, but I've dotted out quite a lot of them over time. So nursery here. I think I've got another on the other side. We've dotted a few out over the time. But nothing crazy, just enough to upkeep that sort of loss you'd get. I'd say early on it's more of an issue. Tomorrow we will come and reap what you've built. I will personally urinate on your throne. Until then, since this went to the mountains of the line and I gathered to the southeast of our city, we can either attack them now or wait and defend our name. So let's attack them. I think this is going to go really badly. I think they're going to have a huge force. I've never seen it described as numerous before. Let's see. Ah! They did join us. Okay, that's really good to know. They do have a sizable force, to be fair. It's not crazy though. Ah, they do join us if they're around when we get attacked. They will join. Good to know. Now, because we have the Band of Crom, and they're not one of ours, they're more of our sacrificial pawns, which sounds really bad, but it doesn't really matter if they die or not. So we'll use them as sort of a shield at the front. Archers here. Set up some troops behind them. But again, we want that mercenary band to be able to really take the hit, because they don't really... It doesn't have the same effect as if we were to get hit. Go. Is the Band of Crom archers? Okay, the Band of Crom's archers, that might not be the greatest move I've ever had. No, let's go and support them, let's back up. Band of Crom. They've already been peppered by the archers a little bit. Do have quite a few. Band of Crom focus here. Actually, we'll have both. Why are they not shooting? It's because they're in the trees. Ah, it's because they're in the trees. Right, Band of Crom fall back. Let's get our boys in there. It's not a good thing that they hit the dwarves though. Our big force hits against the dwarves, we want to sort of split that apart. Let's get them here. and they can pepper in from behind. And they will volley with your troops in there. I don't think they particularly care. Are we winning? I'm not sure if we are or not. I don't think we are. We'll have lost majority of our troops though. Have we won? Oh, we have. Oh, nice. Did lose our dwarf unit. We broke them. Yes! So that was a big fight. We lost all of our dwarves, which isn't great. I think our main unit took a really big hit. So we're going to see the casualty list now. I mean, yeah, we had 80 people available, and our army got beaten down from 90 to 50. Joyce was a captain, so arrive. You see, that's cool. Now we won it, but learning what we learned, because this is a game where I think you don't have to just commit to every time having to auto-load everything, that sort of thing. I think you can actually afford yourself, let me recruit these mercenaries, because now I know that mercenaries that are on the map will actually join us. So let me hire a few more. Let me make it so we don't have to fight at all. It says 80 Telapis that are willing to join. What do you think would be a cool band? I think we haven't really seen these guys on the field before. So let's get in the Deathbringers. And let's get in... what's a cool one? Just looking at what they've got equipped. Let's get in some Dorians. There we go. So now when we're attacked, we can just pull our army to the back, to the crown, to the throne, and then let them do all the fighting. And it also gives us an excuse to look at second fight, which is always fun, because we won it. We won it. I can reload that happily. It's not like I'm save-scumming it to win. We won. Okay? For anyone who's watching this on YouTube after, I'm looking back at you. Get away from that keyboard. Let's wait to be attacked again. Attack them. Let's go. And this is what money permits you. You know, defend our throne. Well, let's pull our dwarves back as well before I forget. No, again, they have a good sized force, but it doesn't matter if these guys take losses or not. I don't think they care, particularly. Were they all melee? No, yeah, sorry, the Band of Crom aren't melee. They're archers. Now let's move all of these guys forward. At least, Band of Crom. I was about to call them Argonians, I'm not gonna lie. Or archers here and let them just sort of do their own thing. Can't wait to see them volley. Goes, not this. Let's have them pepper the units on the back. Actually, this one can go and meet them on the field. You go attack them. Oh, look at all those arrows hitting. Look at their tails shaking. They've taken some hits because they're a bit bloodied. I can only tell with these guys because it's in blue. So these guys because they've been peppered with arrows. So when they get hit, it's going to be a bloodbath, I think. Oh wow, look at those people getting knocked over because of the charge. Oh wow, and the arrows are still coming in hitting friend and foe alike. These are mercenaries, they don't care. What's always cool is when you have a second bigger unit and you go, hey you guys, go and trap them in. You know, look at that, they are just sprinting and they don't care. I mean, this enemy is pretty much broken, but it's pretty neat when you see it. Ah, we've broken them already. You can proper pin two units together and all of a sudden they just shatter. I think there is morale for them getting this battered, so they end up breaking completely. Which is pretty cool. Spoils and captives from the field of battle will soon arrive, so we're going to have a load of prisoners we don't have space for, which is a shame. I should really expand our prison. But then, once that's done, like always, I'll go, hey, great job, mercenaries, you're all disbanded. Because otherwise you're going to continue to pay for them. Obviously it does take a hit to our cash, but we're fine. We're fine. Expand our army. And that is that. So, let me quickly head over to our prisons, because they will fill up, we'll execute everyone, and then repeat again. Execute everyone here. Let's just arena everyone here. Arena everyone here. Arena everyone here. Execute everyone here. Let's arena everyone here. And that should be it. Obviously, I had slavery. Great. I don't. Which isn't great. So they're all going to be executed, which is awesome. Awesome. Might not be the right use of words. They're actually going to get outnumbered. Now, what I've realised is they will always lose. I've never seen one of them ever beat or harm one of the gladiators I work with, which I find interesting. But finally, I can go back to what you were asking, Solarian, over the nurseries. So, the nurseries, obviously here they are. No one giant nursery, just a load of smaller nurseries, obviously progressing in size. I think I've got one on the other side as well. I thought of making one, I can't remember. But yeah, I have enough for now, just to upkeep. Obviously you can see we've got 32 children. But even our school isn't big enough to keep up with that. School's only big enough for, I think, 15. So, it's not great. But it increases learning rate. I want to see what the school's like in the day if we actually see students here. Oh, tutoring. Okay. Human child studying. I saw some... Ah, so the teachers... Okay, now I get it. The teachers come in, put the books on the table, that's what they prep. And then the children will come in and actually read from the table. That's how they study. Ah, that's cool. Very cool. Let's just max that out. That's really cool. I actually really like that as a feature. It's quite neat. Look, there's people taking all the wood that's left in here when the trees were cut down. So we've got the hospital. Why's the hospital not doing anything? What's up? Do they not have enough? Ah, they don't have enough. Atrocious sneeze there. So we need to make more opiates. We do produce some, but we just clearly don't produce enough. So we're doing what we've done before, and we're ordering a chunk from a neighbour. A neighbour that's going across the ocean. So there we go. Let's get 362 on a random number, that's fine. We got 62,000 just because I want to have a nice plus. Because that's the thing with rooms like, say, the doctors at the hospital, it will not operate at all unless it has both items. So it has to have fabric and it has to have opiates. If it doesn't have either, or one of the other, it will not operate at all. So that's things to remember about buildings like that. To make another lab. That's pretty cool though. Gotta give credit where credit's due, our labs are awesome. I accidentally got it at a grand wall as well, so they're quite happy to work there. Probably squeeze another in here. Oh no, we can't. Maybe way too thin. Actually, probably do a one row. Let's have a look. fit one side of the station in. We can. Nice, that'll work. Let's get that built. And again, for anyone who's joining us, I hope you're having a good stream, hope you're all enjoying. If you have any questions or any feedback, please let me know. If you're interested in how we've got to this point, I do show everything on YouTube. It'll all be on other episodes. But all raw like this, I don't cut them down. Uh-oh. And the mines, yep, knew it. Knew it. I keep saying I need to set up a hospital here, that I actually need to. Go, go, Gadget Hospital, let's do it. They need it, otherwise they're just going to keep falling every time. We don't want that. It doesn't have to be a big hospital, just big enough that we can have some beds in. There we go. That, I find, is big enough for what we need. But do we have any surplus tools actually? Oh, we do, okay. I got worried there for a second. I was like, ooh. So he's been a little bit close. That's why we have to have a mini guard post here, just in case anyone acts up. Now all our nobility's doing. This guy's still covered in muck. Discharge, okay. Still the point, isn't it? Right, that has. So laboratory doesn't really get much visits, I imagine. I'll give it a second person though, just in case. And I'm thinking, why don't we add some buildings over here? Because we want more people here, just in general. Like, hey, you'll work in the mines, but the big advantage to you is you get an apartment, which you will not find in the main city at all. That's the main selling point. The Dondorians, that's going to be huge. I wonder how many we'll get here. Obviously, I know the species and where they move in doesn't really work like that, but it would be pretty cool if it did. I'm interested to see what it's like when we move people into here as well, because I will do that. I will make housing in here, make it a mini sort of town square. I know we have a well and a half on the other side, but I just want to make sure we've got an extra large version of each. So if we have people here, we can get filled out. We've got lavatories, we've got food, we've got vendors, we've got guards. What else would they need in the immediate vicinity? That's what I've got to think about. We've got a speaker over here. Yeah. Religion could be a bit of an issue, but we do tend to travel for that. Stage up here. I should really get. There's decoration. Decoration. Let's make sure that when our people come here, they're filled with all. That needs to go immediately. Oops. Place that run, didn't I? then let's get some giant fire pits as well, because people don't like it when it's dark. Or at least there's no light at all. And being out here, there's not really going to be any sources of light. Especially with the mines just there. So we want to make sure there's plenty of light in this place. To be fair, we should do it so even down the path there's lights occasionally. But we'll get to it, all in good time. We'll slowly build this up, and then eventually when the people move in, and we'll have a whole new region. And like that, we expand even further. You know what? Sanguine. Oh, thank you so much for the follow, Sanguine. Sanguine Penguin. That's a great name, by the way. This is an awesome game, isn't it? Absolutely in love with it. We have our first people moving in. Coal miner, delivering them. So everyone works locally, so they don't have to walk very far to work. So that's the advantage we'll give them. You work in the mines, you get your own apartments. How cool is that? No, we don't buy slaves, so we don't have any of that. Oh, I thoroughly agree, the music is beautiful. And thank you again for the follow, Sanguine. We've got some prisoners to execute. The hustle and bustle of the city is awesome. I mean, look at that. A lot going on, the religious quarter in the centre. Do need to expand those, to be fair. How's our mushroom farm doing? Are we actually getting any? I imagine not, to be honest. Right, sorry, what did we come down? Look at the prisoners. Where's the prisoner? What have they done? Oh, I keep forgetting. When I first built this, this was on the edge of town. Now it's like right in the centre of town. We need to upgrade our prison significantly. That. Some more research. I think we wanted this upgrade. Yes. So instead of producing loads more carpenters, we can just increase the efficiency of the ones we have now by nearly twofold. But we use most of our metal doing so there is a balance, eh? Yeah, thank you for everyone who's joining us tonight. How is everyone doing? What's everyone's thoughts on the game? Is there any questions or anything you'd like me to show you? We just had a load of combat, I'm afraid, so you missed that. That's reminded me. So that took down. We need more fabric. Another industrial core. Where is industrial? Ah, have we had anyone actually go to the inn? Have we ever had tourists yet? I don't know. I don't think so, to be honest. Which is a shame. He died. Oh, an accident. Ah, that's not great. Oh well. Let's see, can we make them friendly enough so they'd send us tourists? Is that a thing? I want to unite. Alliance? Yeah, well, 2 mil for an alliance, and that's a bit expensive. As allies will trade. We have a trade agreement though. We're colleagues. Oh, they want 44k for that, we'll do that. And we give them 45. Doing so. Yeah, my throat got a little bit raspy there. What stuff I have? Fruits inbound, oh sorry, vegetables are inbound, we've got cotton inbound. A lot going on. But this isn't growing. how do we grow this? So if I bring you down to a 1, can I upgrade you as well? No, we need a larger workforce. If I reduce you to a 0, we can upgrade that. Do that to a 1. Reduce that, and then upgrade this to a 3. I think that is what we need to do. Hopefully once that hits 1,000, we should hit the next tier. That's if we've got the next tier unlocked. I'm not sure if we do. Reduce tax as well, to offset the other part. We'll grow that up to about 2 actually. Let's see, we might not be able to go further than this just yet to a large town, because I think we need the... I know it's 1.2 thousand, okay. We'll see how that goes. I'm interested to see it. Because if that's the case and we have to do that, we'll just go for our towns and resort them, really. Oh, anyway. I noticed we've got a massage parlour for getting the knots out the back, right next to the physician. I've always thought the two go together very well. Just, oh, you're on a slab and then you're on a slab. Goodness gracious. Really need goods. I'm going to reduce the amount of coal that's here. This, a little bit of furniture maybe. Some cloth. And then we'll go and grab it and bring it here. So there are enough of them in there. Right. What we're going to do now, more fabric, because we are getting loads of cotton, loads more than we'll ever use. So let's get some fabric production going. Actually, technically we can build it anywhere. We don't have to build it in the main city, because if we can get it delivered there, whenever they come in, it's fine, they'll just bring it automatically, so we can build this anywhere we want. Where do we want to build this? That is the question. We can build a little fabric island here. And then the old cadaver. Where do we want to build it? Maybe we do the cotton farm. Yeah. Let's do it here then. We still cotton here? No, we don't. An idea. Let's make somewhere for it. I say, why don't we do it over here? On industry. So let's get another warehouse built. A little bit down the way though. Doesn't have to be huge. A little bit bigger. That blends a little bit too big now. Whoops. There we go, let's get that built. I'm hoping they produce enough of these now. We'll see. Look at that. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. No, let's cancel that. I want to see what this person's hauling. Delivery man bringing goods. I mean, look at that. That's just cool. That's awesome. I thought that was someone attacking each other then. I'm very concerned. Right, let's build that. that build up, so we'll have a large weaver. And we'll also make a tailor right next door. Actually, it'll be so next door, they're built in together, literally. This needs to be bigger if we're going to do the size one. We'll just make it a little bit smaller. And that'll do it. So we'll have cotton dropped off here from our deliveries, which come in every other day, which is maxed out, so they will come here. Drop off cotton here, turn it into the cloth, the fabric, and then we'll have a tailor next door using that fabric to make it to clothes. Get that production line going. And obviously, normally we'd have to be really close to wherever the cotton was. In this case, no, because they will just come and deliver it. So that's really cool. And I love the fact that I never realised it, that they actually go around all of your storages and fill them up. And look at all the people who live in these apartments, all coal miners and like delivery men, all the people that work around here, which I think is really cool. We will need a little bit more policing over here, I think. Probably expand this already, to be honest. But we might do actual longhouses, just for the amount of people we're going to end up needing. Wow, that can get... Wow! Whoa, okay. Oh, normal houses. That's pretty good. Nice to experience the other style of housing for a change in a different quarter. So like as an advantage, being like, hey, you come to this new quarter, you get to live in these new housing. It's not always going to be like that, people. Let's head out. Almost like bribery. No, I think it would work. Imagine having a bit of space or your own sort of room in an area where the town is like this, sprawled together. Now, you know you're going to end up being like that. Will you be one of the first to get a nice house? Will you end up in a small house? That's up to you. And I think it's cool. Did I upgrade that small? Yes, it is. Nice. Let me have a research once the thread is. So obviously now, which is really cool, we're actually raising our knowledge level of our people because we have schools. Now what that actually means, I couldn't tell you, to be honest. We're going to find out at some point. So they will come from different directions every time. So whenever you, so say, let me go back to this. No, yeah. So whenever they come up, you see here, it says, since you didn't submit to the man's towards the island, we're gathering to the southeast of our city. They'll come from different directions every time, so long as they have a connection into the map. I don't think over deep water like this they can, but don't quote me, they might do somehow. Like some way. It's any way that they can get to your throne. But that's the only thing you can know for a certainty. They will come for your throne. That's the one place they want to go for. But they will burn down your town while they do that. It's not like a guaranteed. Oh, someone's had a bad day. This is kind of what we want. Not disease, that's not great, but aging and accident. They're the only two ways you want your people to go. The idyllic world here. just like the fruit guy going in and making sure all of our fruit is maxed out. And our vegetables. So this, yes, could say it's be full of fruit and vegetables. Might not be the best way of living, but you got something to be happy for it. Actually, we get fish as well. Why don't we allow people to have a bit of everything? Because they ain't going to realistically deliver this like here. I think we get fish anyway. Okay, you're at 1.07. Actually, if I go to research, is it there? How much is it? It's 2,000 to get organisation 2. That's for a large town. Which I think is the next stage, isn't it? Yes. Yeah, we have a 25 workforce. Wow, that's huge. We are producing fish in one of them, aren't we? Yes, we are. Nice. See, but knowing what we know now, if I reduce their fees, get rid of, say, this, potentially the road as well, and go for growth, is that going to have the biggest impact on the town? Because there's more people. That's what I want to see and experiment with, because I realised I'd never experimented with that and doing it wrong the entire time. Didn't realise how important this land was. Because we needed, what, 500? 600? This should give us a space. Target 533, so no, it doesn't work perfectly. More workforce. So potentially getting rid of that for now. No fish coming in. I'm accepting that temporarily. Things to experiment with. Position we're really opposed. Wow. We don't tax them. It's something. We don't tax them. The moment we get the opportunity, we'll upgrade it, and then we'll start getting stuff into that town. Come on, Nicola, you're so close. I realise it. Just realised now it pauses whenever I go on that screen. Whoops. We would have been there a while. So when that hits 600, we'll change that over. The sheep cave. We don't talk about the sheep cave, Solarian. That's a secret. Well, I want our sheep. Oh wow, we only have 6 admin available. We need to up that a little bit. How much admin is it to upgrade it? Okay, it's a lot, actually. Yeah, I need to upgrade our admin. Okay, got it. See how there's all these things? Oh, how many immigrants are there? Okay, that's not too bad. Right, you seen how this all has a knock-on effect? I do one thing, I need to do another thing. That is this game, to the T. This literally that game, the simulator. Alright, let's get another... The admin... Administration... It's literally an admin building next door to this. And then new paper, so perfect. Let's build that here. Go. That should help out, get that built. Hopefully sooner than later. I don't know if there is a priority system in building, but I hope there is. I'm starving and I have nowhere to eat. Let's get some people in here, upgrade this. Increase the radius, and they're going to want to take cotton. We're going to want to turn that into this, and then the rest down to this. Cool. They're on it. I think that's really cool though. I mean, my favourite part of this map is genuinely this island. I don't know what it is. Someone pointed out to me in one of the episodes, and forgive me, I can't remember who it was. It might have been Cycle or someone else. But we looked at this and thought, well, we can make this a noble island. We can wall it off, put our nobility here, put our throne there, and it'll be awesome. Because right now our throne is in a mud shack in the middle of this, like, massive people. What about having somewhere a little bit more laid back, a bit more royal? Disrespect? What? I'll just give you a prison sentence, yeah. I'm gonna say. Disrespect? What is that sentence? I don't know. Oh, maybe to a noble. Ah, I didn't even realise that was a thing. That's all I can imagine it would be anyway. Vandalism, theft, vandalism, theft. You go free. The rest of you, sorry, not so nice. You get executed. And you, where's the person that? So the royalty, you go to the arena, and you can fight for your honour. They've never won, but give them a chance. Can we actually give a... Oh, you can give a house a second story. What? I have to see that. That's cool. That's very cool. I like that. I thought they'd be too thin to do it, but no, you can. That is awesome. See how there's already loads of cotton here? It's because that cotton guy is here dropping off everything. And he'll be back. Oh, he's always back. They're shooting up, that is awesome. Our ore, not so much. We really are low on ore. That's why I want to get this gap through the mine and finish as soon as possible, because that is why we need it for the ore here. I don't think I had another ore road. No, we're going to be mining. Ah, but that was off the map, I think. No, it's not. Wait, no way. Have I had half a node? I haven't realised this entire time. I have, turns out. Wow, okay, so, we're just silly billies. We've been a silly billy the entire time. Understood. Oh, that sounds about right. That sounds about right. We've been trying to deal with this, like, lack of ore for so long. Turns out it's been a man-made issue. Well, we can upgrade it. Also, if you want your little cheesy tip of the day, for anyone watching this, if you build something really small and upgrade it while it's really small, it costs a lot less, and then you can expand the size afterwards. Now, I don't really need to do that anymore, but it's something just to be aware of. Refurbish that once all of this is connected. At least that's all lined up. Impressive force, eh? We love it when they say that. Army! Form up! Recruit. Mercenaries, right, who do we want to watch fight this time? Who's got a nice fighting force that isn't... We've got a good amount. We can afford a good force. So it's very to laugh at this. The Riders of Ick. That sounds pretty sick. At 9 humans, that's a ridiculous price. Now that is a lot of Dondorians. And I'll get... Who's got some bows? That's cheap. No, no one's cheap with bows, wow. We'll get these guys then, we'll get the Riders of it. Because you would be cool, but there's 8 of them though. There's 60, yeah, we'll get these guys instead. And then we'll march them over the capital. So we'll use them to defend us. Naturally, we will save now though, just because we have something coming. And in the next few minutes, we should have a nice fight in our hands. Should be cool. Just, if I have the money, I'm not going to use our mercenary force, because I don't want them to suffer. Oh, sorry, not the mercenary force. I don't want our troops to suffer. I'd rather use the mercenary force and let them kind of bite the bullet. Keyboard. Well, mind that, lads. And ladies. Right, let's expand it. I'm happy with that. I'll let that be done. So again, like we mentioned earlier, where the enemy is tapped from, these ones will come from southeast. So, right, let us attack them. No stuff, no love from us, remember, we warned you. I like that every single one asks for a donation as well. And it's like, nope, it's like, oh, we're attacking. I wait for one to be like, oh, that's okay, see you later. I would rate that if they had that as a scenario. Just so this giant force appears and they're actually looking for genuine donations. I mean, we have quite a force here, but most of these are our own troops, so let's get them out of here. This is a mercenary gambit. Now the archers aren't going to be very efficient because there's trees. The archers cannot shoot through the trees. I might just be slugging it out. To be fair. They are just slugging it out. Let's fight then. There's an old-fashioned rumble, essentially. Pull these back so that if any escape into the woods, we can just pepper them. With arrows doesn't really matter for our troops at the back. Let's watch this. Look at those arrows coming in and decimating from the archers. Wow. Let's pepper these guys. Wow, that is a huge volley. We got over 60 archers. Looks like they're well trained. Oh, I didn't even realise that archers back at the base can actually reach. They're really just sending in volley after volley against our enemies. And I think that's what makes them so good. If you get a big open space like this and you can lead them down, when you're defending though, you've got your throne to defend, so you don't want to always leave that undefended, sadly. Does that not end well? Actually, can't help but notice they've been pretty much decimated. No, one. Nice. Those mercenaries, yeah, they were getting smashed a little bit, but I guess the armor with it being golden was probably the heavy armor, right? Oh no, was the heavy armor leather? Was that leather I see golden? Either rank we want nice. We've got a load of captives, we've got a load of weapons, loads of loot. Nice. Did it pay for the mercenaries? Absolutely not. But it's still pretty cool. And now, just to make sure you don't get charged from, well, charged again, we disband them. Let's wish them adieu. Trust me, they can get expensive if you leave them running for long. That's why you want to kind of attack people, be at war all at once, and then kind of cancel it out. Otherwise it will get expensive. Too expensive even. I was wondering how our food production's going, but we're actually producing more food than we need by quite a bit, which is always nice. admin being generated here. So now if I look at our map, yes, do some more. There's no cooler. I want to upgrade. Should be able to. We just haven't got the admin. So wait for that to go up, and then we shall upgrade. Ah! What we did miss, we've got a load of research. But do we wait for talent, organisation, skilled workforce, sculpting, other things? Templeton. An infrastructure, school of charm, embassies. Ooh. Oh, do we wait for law and order, set up a big court, and then send them down? We wait for elderly care. That'll be pretty important as well. Could go all the way down to logistics. You know, carry capacity increase and transports. I mean, that's going to be really cool. I can't wait for that. Worshipping with style, temples, you know. So many different options where you can lead this game. Highly recommend. Oh! Actually, gem mining. Hey! Well, thank you, Cosmorda. Really appreciate that. I think we're going to do a gem mine. Hey, thank you so much. Now we're going to here. Take these out. Should hopefully finish this soon, but again, because I can only mine one at a time, it is taking a while. Once we're in, we're in. That's what matters. We built a nice little town out here, though. Again, really appreciate that follow, thank you. I actually, this isn't a joke from a single stream, I think this has technically been the most followers we've ever had. Which is actually amazing, so thank you all so much. Thank you to the Solarian, Sanguine Penguin and Cosmorda for that. Hey Warpath, oh my goodness, everyone's coming out of the woodworks, hey? How you doing, War? So I don't mean that, we've had the most followers I think I've ever had in a single stream, War. It's been absolutely incredible. Also, War, when you follow me, I don't think you've seen me play Songs of Syx, have you? How was Euro Truck earlier, by the way? Did you manage to get anything back, or...? No! Oh, to be fair, that does actually sound... Whoa. Did you end up going on, I think... Oh my goodness, where's the name that's left me? Where's the name left me? Literally Euro Truck. Or is it? It's a bit like it's time from fresh. This olive rebuild, really nice. There's that. Can I produce enough now? Oh, forget we have loads of prisoners. Right. We'll do our usual fun. We'll let one war captive go. Wow. Everyone in this one will be executed. Everyone in this one will be arena. Hey. And the pen. Oh my god, we can make a zoo! An actual zoo. No, we're not producing anywhere near enough fabric. Wow. It's really bad. I thought this would produce quite a chunk, but I guess we might need a second one then. Oh no. Well, it's not just been a great day for you, has it, on the old Euro Truck front? Hey. Well, I hope you enjoy it, and I hope it all goes well. Yeah, better than the other session did. Well, better than how it went today for you. It makes sense that you pushed it that, to be honest. Let's get these doors open. Cool, that's another loom. Yeah, another weaver. Oh yeah, 100%. No, because you play the with him, and I imagine you're both gonna have your own trucks. Actually, I don't even know if you're playing with him or if he's just there with you. But if you're playing with him, do you still get the AI to do runs as well? Like pay them and then make money from that, or do you just do it all by yourself? Ding, ding, ding. Alright, let's get that road and that other weaver up. We produce enough stone for our town. The looks of it, yes. We look at all this empty housing, primed and ready to move into. The mining quarter is about to be ready. And once we pierce into here, all of that fine gemstone is going to be ours, and then we're really going to make money. Then we can work on jewelry, and then it'll be like being in my life. Oh, that's actually quite cool. So I imagine with the mods it probably changes it up quite significantly, right? Oh, that's the one thing about this game, is you'll zoom in to have a look at something and you hear someone absolutely ripping a fat one in the toilet. Oh goodness. Oh goodness. Now, is this reaching over into here well enough? No, we need more guards. And probably do the stage as well, to be honest. Maybe we can afford them that luxury. Let's get them some guards as well. Guard post. Oh, this is where it gets interesting because we can make a huge one. Actually, we're just going to make a huge one. It's just not worth the effort of doing the other. Where do we want to place it? Place it here. Next to the thing. Cool. Again, we have a lot of people in today, so thank you all for joining me. Hope you're all enjoying. If there's any questions, please let me know. If you're looking at anything or want me to test anything, let me know. Any questions as well. Just really appreciate you all being here. Ooh. That's really cool. I'm thinking actually, is it better to move my chat? Just realised it might not be very visible. I didn't even realise we could do that. I'll try it like that there. Oh goodness. Oh yeah, we're always going to have that in the Europe pastures. There's always going to be people eating. Or stampeded. This is part of life. So this makes it more immersive. Like you said, you like that realism feel. That's what that really is providing, to be fair. Yeah, we'll partner with the prisoners. There we go. Yeah, make the guard stations bigger. I mean, nearly everything you can make bigger, to be honest. Like, there's a lot of things. I'll be honest, I never realised when I first started this that I could make these shrines bigger, and people were getting annoyed, so I just started making bigger ones at the back. Actually, need to continue doing that. Right, and now we have this pot through. That means that this place is now upgradable. Haha. Yes. That is why I'm after. We could actually go for the max. Oh my goodness. The amount of growth we'd get from that. Oh. I like the idea you going in, you're like, suddenly you can't join, like, why? You get so many speeding tickets. That's quite funny. Come on. Right, what are we going to add here? Affects region health, region capacity goes up. Get entertainment. That increases their loyalty, so we could tax them quite heavily. Don't really need any of these though. Oh, we could do more fish. Yes, this was our fishing region, wasn't it? We can do with more fish. We accept. Ah, just the red light saying exists. Got it. But not some of my friends in real life do, which scares me. Oh, why are people suffering from this? Oh, actually, we don't have that many things in this part of the town, do we? Let's sort that out now. Go well built. Let's get a path built. Pop them here, just because we're not going to have many people that kind of come to this part. Because of the layout would reset this bit anyway, would start from here. You see, this is where it gets interesting. I've got homeless, but I have loads of housing. Like, I've got loads of housing available, so if they're homeless, that's on them. There is available housing, so I'm not sure why they'd be homeless. Yeah, I've got loads available. Ah! Really? So you're homeless? That's a really interesting point, Quadborder. Are we not? Do we just not have housing for our people? That wouldn't shock me. That'd be very, correct for us. Right, okay. We'll give it a go up here as well. Do the exact same. That's a mining area. This is obviously going to be a much larger mining district. Let's give it a go. Let's throw a lab up there. Let's throw down the two things. Get maybe a storage place so we can bring deliveries of fruit and veg. Just see how it goes. Literally. Oh my goodness. Right. So okay, that's one bakery. We can deal with that. Oh wow. Okay. I never knew that. Yeah, my entire time playing, never knew it. Wow. I never knew that. Like the idea of being like, Dad, show me how to drive in this game, and then be like, let me in your focus. But no, thank you for showing me that, because the things we learn, hey? The things we learn. Right, let's then now down the basics. I'll probably make a road off and then branch it down here. So we've got a tiny version of each here, but that's nowhere near enough. Wow. That's pretty cool. He'd give it his best shot. At least you know that he'd do his best before he crashes it immediately. Get that down. Let's get a lav. I can't believe I haven't known that the entire time. That's crazy. Wow. Look at the amount of people who run over. Well, I've got to tell a tough truth. I had slightly potentially edited the map so that I'd have all of them, because this wasn't actually going to be a YouTube series. This was just going to be a series for me that I wanted to do, and then it ended up turning into Twitch. This is like one of the first things I ever streamed on Twitch, so I'll be truthful. I've got everything. I'm just going to be real. I've got every resource. Just because I wanted initially to be self-sufficient. I didn't cheat. I didn't cheat. I didn't cheat. You see, I merely took advantage of what I could have and merely just placed it down so I had it. See, we're not the same. It's like you modding. It's like you modding War, but it's a feature. Yes, exactly. It's a feature. It's not cheating. Oh goodness. Oh goodness. Well, that's what it is really, isn't it? But it's made it a more fun experience. But I also understand why people would enjoy not having that, so you'd have to trade and be a bit more active. I just thought, I want to make my own city, I want to fight myself, blah blah blah. When I played before, there were no archers. Archers didn't exist. This was at a time where cantors would just turn up and see. I only know that I played years ago purely because it's all on... I took like a screenshot of the cantor in a bathhouse, because when they're bathhouse they jump out on these butt naked like that, but the candles are thick, and that was the post that I was making as a joke, and my goodness did it get traction at the time. I think 2 whole likes. Right, we need other stuff as well. Maybe we'll cut it down after. Food stall. Let's get a market. Make it bigger than need be. So we can cut it down afterwards. Awesome. Get the road running here. Then when these are up, we will get the town, or we'll actually build a series of houses just jotted down here. We'll have the lab, we'll have the hearth, we'll have the food stall, the market stall. You know what, we'll probably get longevity of this place. A warehouse as well. Small one. Just a small one. Just to store some of the essentials they're going to need. Like food and the sort. A really small one, just because my intention for this is it's not actually going to be a real... Well, not real, it's not going to be a big town, this one up here. At least for now. Just because it's more a ranching area. But what I will have is the person who comes in to drop off fruit, vegetables and fish coming through. And I hope I can set them to drop off things up here for our people. Maybe some wood as well or something. We'll get enough stuff here. Make them be comfortable. I think we're okay on opium. I ended up... Oh, we are at net 0. We don't produce too much, we don't lose much either. So I ended up just making a huge opium farm somewhere. Yeah, there we go. Just made a huge one, though I think we could probably expand that a little bit. Just a little bit. I think it's a secondary one. Yeah, there we go. That'll do it. And I think that, when it's built, will cause us to have enough. I was being very subtle with it because it felt a little bit weird. I don't have the Narco Noble yet. I've only got 3 so far. The nobles I have are the University Headmaster, Master of Farms, and Master of Mines. Obviously, we do have a lot more to get through, but I just want to hold off buying more gems, just because we're so close to be able to mine our own. The moment we breach into here, we've got the ability to get our own gems. So I thought I'd leave it for now, just till we get to that point. Actually, one thing I want to do is randomly jot it out and mine little holes in. Yeah, they're gonna be. Clay's one of the more dangerous ones, as I'm aware, is what I've noticed. Um, I think it's based off. No, is it efficiency? I think efficiency helps. Deposit helps. This is not. Is one thing you can do to offset is in research. There's this work safety. It's not super expensive either, but for each point it decreases the amount you can kind of mess up by. Obviously they still will, but reduces it. And actually it's just dawned on me I needed to reduce that a little bit myself as well. Again, I wish I could zoom out and show off the town in all its glory, but I think this is a cool looking town. I mean, we've come really far. Like, I just think of the first episode where we just placed down this little